This video demonstration is based on exercise 3.4 in Chapter 3 of the book, the initial SQL Server Management Studio configuration. So, sitting at the server, let's launch SQL Server Management Studio by clicking Start, All Programs, Microsoft SQL Server 2012, and then SQL Server Management Studio. When you launch SQL Server Management Studio by default for the first time, you're going to see the Object Explorer, and you're going to receive a connection dialog box. You'll simply choose the server to which you wish to connect, and you can browse for more if you desire. Make sure you're connecting to the right type of server, whether it's a database engine or analysis services or some other type, and then choose the authentication, which will either be Windows authentication or SQL Server authentication. With Windows authentication, it's going to pass through the user credentials with which you are logged on to the server. Simply click Connect. Now this takes me into the SQL Server Management Studio, which is really streamlined in SQL Server 2012, giving you just the Object Explorer and the quick availability to simply browse for what you want in that Object Explorer. Now, you can customize this environment in several ways. First of all, you can customize it by moving windows around. So I can click the menu, the window position menu, and choose Float, and it will make this into a floating window. And you can see that I can move it anywhere I want. I can also right-click in the title bar and choose Dock to make it a docked window again. I can click and drag it to immediately make it a floating window. And then I can click and drag it again, and it will bring up these area selectors. So I can place it at the top. I can place it on the left where it was originally. I can place it at the bottom. I can place it on the right. And of course I can even place it center, or filling the full screen as a tabbed interface. I'm going to go ahead and put it back on the left where it was. Now, a lot of times people ask me, Tom, how do you get up the activity monitor? Because I often show a SQL Server Management Studio that starts not just with the Object Explorer, but also with the activity monitor running. So let me show you how you do that. You're going to go to Tools and choose Options. And then in the Environment section, go down to the Startup subsection. And on this page, you can say at Startup, you want SQL Server Management Studio to open Object Explorer, open a new query window, open Object Explorer and a new query window, or open Object Explorer and Activity Monitor, or even just open an empty environment. I usually set mine up to open Object Explorer and the Activity Monitor, but that's simply my decision. Notice you can also say you want to hide system objects in Object Explorer. So you can get rid of those system objects so that they're not cluttering your environment if you know you don't want to directly access them. We'll click on OK, close down the SQL Server Management Studio, and we'll load it back again. Start, and here it is on our quick links, SQL Server Management Studio. And you will notice that as soon as we connect, we see not only Object Explorer, but also the Activity Monitor, letting us know things such as processor utilization, how many tasks are waiting, database input and output operations in megabytes per second, batch requests per second, and then you have all of these other subsections for processes that are running, any resource waits that might be there, the data file I/O operations, and any recent expensive queries that might have run. So this is an excellent interface to have for the average administrator.